Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing good out there. Today's Sunday. I'm recording about June energy here. This is a full moon day with the moon in Sagittarius opposite the sun in Gemini. So there's a lot of kind of things going on, but it's a good day to go out, enjoy nature, go for a hike or a walk, and try to balance this intense energy that we have going also with Pluto and Uranus trine. So things are moving very fast these days, but maybe they always have been. So I'm going to look at the cards. Um, I'm not sure something dramatic will happen this month, but it's possible since we've been having dramatic events every month, since all the planets have been. First, everything was all in Aquarius, in the Capricorn, and Aquarius, and Pisces. That's lightened up a bit, but right now we've got 4 planets moving, well, 3 planets and an asteroid in the water sign Cancer. So it's a lot of intensity around feeling, emotions, patriotism, who we are as Americans, of course, what our belief systems are about now, and a review of that going on with this full moon, which is on Donald Trump's natal moon in Sagittarius. So let's see if anything happens with him or news about him today, Sunday, the 31st of May, or into this week, because that full moon energy really lasts for about week before, week after. Then we go into the last phases of the moon between the 1st of June and into mid-June. There'll be a second full moon at the end of the month, and that'll be Cancer, Capricorn. And of course, Mercury retrograde is coming up on the 28th, so we'll start to feel the shadow of that around the 14th of June. So heads up around Mercury retrograde. It will be in the water sign Cancer, so it's a great time to review and get a hold of what your feelings are about home and family and country. Cancer rules patriotism. So those will be kind of a highlight on the United States chart at the end of the month with that full moon, I think. Who we are, who our partners are, what we believe in anymore. Okay, so I'm going to start with 4 cards for the first week of June. I'm going to lower this, and so we could see the cards. Okay, so pick one. The Spirit pick these for me. First week of June, full moon week. Full moon week. Oh, here's a good sign, which is the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny, 3 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the Merchant that helps, 6 of Pentacles. Some news about the economy, a big change going on, but people are not happy about it, or they're not really into it, because 3 of Cups is upside down there. And I don't know if they're talking about giving people lower interest rates or some kind of what's it called? Financial help, stimulus check. I want to ask about that as that's happening this first week. Trump administration want to give everybody a stimulus check. I doubt it, but nope. Moon is upside down. lies, deceptions, cloudiness. So I don't think the destiny is changing yet the way we want it to. That Wheel of Fortune can represent growth, expansion, a better world view, what the world thinks of us as Americans. We're not being guided in the best of ways because this Three of Cups usually represents the three fates, as in spirit guides and how we are guided. It's upside down. So I'm reading that as coupled with the moon as not a very people are disillusionment, but some kind of right action has to take place with this Four of Swords. Hopefully not to remain apathetic about what's going on with the government, but a new inspiration will come forth. Work on the heart. Well, we'll see. That's the first week. That's the full moon. Some kind of help, financial balance to the economy. Are they hiding the real news about the economy with that moon card? Upside down moon. Okay. Let's do the second week. I think Juneteenth is on the 14th, right? Isn't that around the 14th? 14th of June. Didn't see that in my calendar. 14th of June. I'll have to look that up. Okay, second week. Second week of June. So it's the last quarter moon. It's a good time to clean things up, finish your projects. And Venus is going to go into Leo, which is great. A relief from all that Gemini energy. Go with the flow, abundance. People are taking vacation or resting. Time to think and plan. Open up to the world. The world is meaning get a worldview. Worldview. New moon is coming up on the 14th. Gemini. So some women or people with strict judgments coming forth. Not always reading the cards politically these days because there's just so much corruption. We all know that, but maybe it's the end of the corruption or the end of a woman who was part of the corruption. I don't know if that's Pam Bundy. People like her. So death is the card of change and transformation. Could be a physical death for some, but not always. Depends. Here's the Pope. The Pope with a Hierophant represents the government as well, or the law, ethics, higher principles, becoming more aware of that. We need to develop our minds, critical thinking with the Queen of Swords there, coupled with the Four of Swords, resting, thinking, meditating before we go forward with action. So, what else I want to say? Chiron is still in Aries. It's going to move to Taurus on the 19th. So, what does that mean? Chiron's a wounded healer. It's an asteroid point that represents where our psyche has the greatest wound. It's in your chart if you know it. Moving to Taurus will affect a lot of the people born in the 1980s who have it there natally. And that's on Friday the 19th. Hopefully it'll help us all generally to work with better values around material possessions. What is secure and stable? All right, let's do the, where are we at? Third week here? June. June, show me June. Evaluations, there's the moon again. I think there's messages that are being put out that are not real true, so you got to do your own research. They're going to try to lead us down some, is it called the Primrose Path? That's an interesting one. I never think of that. Thank you, Spirit, for that. So justice, the moon, evaluation of work, things that we're working on, and some kind of decrees from the government. Middle of the month. What could that be? Sun enters Cancer on the 21st, summer solstice, celebrations going on around the northern states. Things are still in suspension. I think that might have to do with Congress. They're still not deciding on things. Things still in suspension. Again, asking generally, keeping up. So we're all keeping up with everything that's being dished out, and however, there's some cause we can pause a little bit or rest a little bit during this June month. I don't know, this justice decision will be made, whether that has to do with the Supreme Court or to get a clarifier here. What kind of decision is being made? The Hermit. So the Hermit is about review and look for the light that shines in the darkness. The Hermit holds the lantern. There's a Star of David in there. Looking for the soul. That might have to do something with Israel. Things in suspension around the wars. But nothing's coming up at the moment. I think all the wars are still going on. And you know somebody's making money from that because that's what it's about. Never mind truth or justice for the oligarchs. I just dropped the cards. Okay. Let me pause. Okay, so what was that? Second, third, fourth week. We get the summer solstice. And the fourth week from the 22nd to the 28th. Mars goes into Gemini, and that's good for strategies, getting things done quickly. However, we're in Mercury retrograde shadow, so be careful with contracts or decisions. You might need some time to make during the retrograde phase. It's best to evaluate, fix things that need fixing, that break down. What else is going on? Friday the 26th looks a little intense. Some Pluto aspects. Sun, Pluto in conjunction. So it may not feel very good for some people. Mixed emotions, I think. Put it that way. So we've got strength, where you will continue to hang on to our hats and be strong. Dealing with all the competition, the conflicts, the information that comes out that is conflicting. Some people getting commission money or paid or rewards for some kind of plan. It makes me think of the White House and what's he doing? Ballroom. Conflicts around that. So maybe it'll still be stopped. Again, I'm reading generally this week, 4th week of June. Something major happening that we need to know about. The Fool upside down. Not gotta stop and think about consequences before you go forward. I think that's the message there, especially with that Mercury retrograde in the water sign Cancer. The Devil tied to addictions, materialism, profit. Oh, wow, I just feel like there's going to be a heat wave that week. It's going to be intense heat wave. Yeah, okay, so the solar flares are still going on. The CMEs, even though we're headed out of the solar maximum. But I guess it takes a couple of years for it to finally go into the minimum. So these are 11-year cycles by some accounts. A lot of heat. The devil also represents our pain and suffering over conditions in the world. The fires, the wars, things that oppress us psychologically and spiritually. What can we expect here? The angel of time, temperance. Finding the right balance is what temperance represents. The angel holding that chalice. In this deck, in other decks, he's like merging energy from one into the other. Archangel Michael. That's what that card represents for me. And then justice again. Excuse me. So this last week, the 4th week, brings about justice of some kind. What is the justice around world events? So we started out with the destiny changes and world events this month. Will there be a change in the wars? I'm asking my pendulum. Not really. So it could be that there is some major event. So yeah, the UFO disclosure, will that continue? Will it be real? Maybe on that. So hang in there, have some strength. There's 2 full moons this month. And let's June 30th will be important for Capricorn, Cancer, Sun signs. Mercury going retrograde. And then we'll be into July. The 4th is on a Saturday this year with a Mars conjunct Uranus and Gemini. That's going to be some more fast-moving energy, strategies, strategic. The Gemini is also about communication, the news. What we know about the news. We'll end with one more card. What do we need to do for ourselves June. Generally keep a clear head. Try not to get too nervous, you're anxious about things. Information is coming, sometimes from a lot of different angles. And if you're psychic, it's a pretty strong force now. This King of Cups can represent the United States chart, democracy, someone showing up for that. And then the Fool card is try to look at new ideas, new frontiers, still work with faith and trust regarding your emotional well-being, and keep your head clear. Okay, I think I want to leave that there for now. I don't think disclosure is going to be full force yet. Of course, Steven Spielberg's movie, I think it's more horror than, it's got some stuff in it that could be real, but we'll see. I think it's a summer blockbuster like Jaws was back in the day, if you remember that. Jaws. Steven Spielberg, the movie, and UFOs. 3 cards. It may not do as good as he wants it to be. 3 of Swords upside down, which is minor disappointments, people not sure what they're looking at. Or something with the markets. I wonder if it means theaters are not going to all show it or something. Yeah, because then there's the partner card here, so maybe there's a problem with distribution that needs to be solved. I don't know why I decided to read on that. Yeah, there's something not complete here with the 7 of Swords, or not clear about maybe the message of this movie. Is it the message of Spielberg's disclosure that we're looking at here? Is it the message that's disappointing? Yeah, maybe that's what it is, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. It helps the channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.